do nothing. So kind of wanted to make my mana value low to the ground so that way I can cast some spells and we'll see. Yeah. I like Magnus the Red. I think he's cool. Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a consideration. I don't think it made my final cut. We're just gonna All right, we are testing. There we go. Okay, yes, we are currently live. Thank you for joining us. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm your friendly blue mage, Azarain, and we are just going to get right into it with a Monday night Commander stream. So I'm going to pop back into the Discord, and I will introduce my 3 guests. We already have our hands. We've already shuffled up, and we're ready to go. So all that's left to do is introduce my guests, decide the turn order, and we will get started. All right, I am back. How are you guys doing tonight?
You're doing.
I think
I'm pretty good.
The only thing that we have left before we get to slinging some spells is for you guys to introduce yourself. So we will start with the person that is directly next to me in turn order with Mr. Lemony. If you'd like to introduce yourself and the deck you're playing tonight.
Hello. I am the Lemony. Once again, I have come to invade someone else's private space. Tonight, I am running the 6th Doctor with Jamie McCrimmon. It's your typical Simic bullshittery. I cast historic spells, copy those spells, make someone big, punch really hard, and since everything's historic, well, at least most things are historic, things are gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Expect a lot more legendary opponents than one should reasonably have on a single field.
I like that.
One of my favorite ways to play Magic is definitely the Simic value engine. So I'm kind of excited to see. I'm not too familiar with these new like Doctor Who style cards. I'm not super familiar with the show, so I just didn't really pay it much attention. But I'm excited to see this version of it, and I always love seeing a good Simic engine. So thank you, Lemony, for.
Just for reference, last time I played this deck, I ended up with like 20 some odd copies of a Rick Smithies on the field swinging.
Oh my, I will try and prepare myself for that. Well, thank you for joining tonight, Lemony. Next up, we have
always a pleasure,
the one and only Taco Tony.
Everyone, I'm here to cause some chaos, or at least try to.
As per
and
usual.
I have my Mishra the Eminent One. I'm here to make artifacts and copy them to try to get some value out of them. Now,
Always
whether
a
my
cool
opponents
thing.
let me do that is a different story.
Huh. Well, speaking as someone who also equally loves some solid artifacts, I will be looking forward to seeing what you can come up with. It's always cool to see, artifacts are so different because, or artifact decks are so different just because artifacts are colorless. So, the argument becomes, why doesn't everyone just play the same artifacts? And I think it's always cool to see, A is what kind of artifacts that people like specifically, and then B is, the commander dictates which artifacts are played. So Mishra being one of the most unique artifact commanders, I'm excited to just see some of the things that you're going to be entering the battlefield and getting their death triggers with Mishra, obviously, because he makes them copies.
What I like about him is he really doesn't care what type of artifact, as long as it's a non-creature.
Right. Well, thank you for joining Taco Tony and our last guest
Always
tonight,
fun.
Mr. Tribs.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Tribs. I'm here to sling spells, conjure creatures, gather magic, as they say. Tonight I'm playing Phabine, Boss's Confidant. It is a Naya tokens deck with Parlay, so I'm gonna draw cards. You know, definitely group hug. Everybody's
Oh
gonna draw
yeah,
cards.
definitely.
You
Yep,
know, just
that's the
real
goal of
nice,
this deck.
friendly deck. No big scary tokens flying around. Just, you know, nice friendly card draw for everybody.
Oh yeah, that's
Mhm.
always the goal with Phabine. You know, it's cool to
Yes.
see like a Naya deck that can go a different way other than just here's my commander. It's gonna swing at you. It's gonna get really big and scary. Here's all my equipment. So I know that Phabine kind of does that, but it does it in a different way. So it's always cool to see Tribs' Phabine deck. I've played against this a few times.
I actually very rarely swing with her because she has such a. I don't. I've already started. So she has such a nice butt. You know, 3/6.
Yeah, you can't really walk that one
She's a
back.
great blocker.
She's a good blocker. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Tribs, and I will end
problem.
with this explaining our deck thing. So I am playing my. This is new. It's an experimental version of it, but I've always, when this card was spoiled, Magnus the Red, so I had to get him in that Surge foil. That's so beautiful. But Magnus the Red, lore-wise in 40k, is one of my favorite Primarchs. When his card was spoiled for Magic, I just thought it was so cool. And if anyone tuning in knows me, one of my favorite decks is my Elementor deck, which does something very similar, is spell reduction. That's one of my favorite ways to play Magic, is reducing the cost, you know, playing multiple spells a turn. And I'm excited to try and give Izzet a better shot than I have in the past. I've played Izzet before, and it's just never really worked out for me. So I'm hoping that this deck can turn that. It's hopefully can put together some fun interactions. But that being said, before we get started, I just want to remind everyone that we are so close to our subscriber goal. We have 980 subscribers. We're 20 more until we get to 1,000, and that is the goal. So if you are watching, please make sure to hit like, subscribe, comment, get in the chat, and just say hey. You can also join my Discord. You can find the link in the description of this video, or you can go and find that on my bio on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter, all that cool stuff. But the advertisement is now over. We are going to decide the turn order. We're going to randomize on spell table 3 times, and then we are going to get started because we have already shuffled. We already have our hands, and we'll get to slinging some spells. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, Taco's going to start us off when you're ready.
Alright. Draw for turn. I'm going to start us off with a Path of Ancestry and then pass.
Word. I believe it's me. I will draw for my turn and play a Windbreast Heights. It comes in with Hideaway, so I look at the top 4, put 1 underneath, and the rest at the bottom. I believe if I attack with 3 more creatures, cast it 3. We'll do
Hideaway
just
lands are cool.
I do appreciate that
Except for the
too.
blue one. I don't like the blue one.
good options.
I find that
I'll
the
just
green
go-
one is like always the easiest to hit.
Yeah.
All you as a
Okay.
It's almost like any green deck ever wants to have
I know.
high total power of creatures or something.
yeah.
I will just do a turn 1 mountain, and I'll pass.
Alright. Draw a card. Temple of Mystery, gonna scry. Leave you right on top there. Pass the deck for luck and pass the turn.
Tap, upkeep, and draw. I'm gonna play an Urza Saga.
Ooh.
Nice.
And then, sadly, I have to pass.
Alright. Untap. Fun one.
That
I
is
will-
not a regular die.
Yeah. play this Game Trail, revealing a mountain,
Nice.
and pass.
All right. Starting it slow. I like it. I'll draw. Play an island. Watch out, I have all my colors. Tap 2, and I'll play a Thought Vessel, and I'll pass.
Ooh. Upkeep, draw that card that I actually never knew was up there. Play a Thornwood Falls, gaining a life. I can press the right button and pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Okay. This goes up by 1. I'm gonna play a Vault of Whispers. That's
Sure.
an artifact land.
You know, it's always the worst when you get Vandal Blasted, but it hurts even more when you have to take a land out with it.
Play
Yeah.
Ichor Wellspring. Allows me to draw a card. After that, I'll pass.
Alright. Draw for turn. We're just gonna play that mountain I showed you last turn.
Nice.
Tap 3 for a little Kadama's Reach. So I'll search for 2 basic lands, put one into play tapped, and the other in my hand.
Yeah,
Probably
we
gonna
got
be
Omega MTG in chat. What's going on, Omega?
Whatever.
Hey, Omega.
I'll get a forest into play and a plains to my hand,
Sure.
and I'll
Good.
have it.
Are you done after that, Tribs?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will untap, upkeep, and draw. Okay. I see. I'm gonna play another mountain. So we got 4 mana. I think what I'd like to do is to start us off like this. I'll leave that up, and I'll just play Chasm Skulker. Whenever I draw a card, Chasm Skulker will get a +1 counter, and then when it dies, I get to make some tokens. So, and after that, I will be done.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Ooh. With my original plan, or I'll do this. I'll play a Thriving Grove, naming blue, and pass the turn.
Okay.
Tap before I draw. At this. Get a colorless. Draw, and then go up to 3. Sacrifice this and go find a 0 or 1 mana artifact. You all know.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Actually trying to get my hands on an amulet of vigor.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Not
Replace
just good
the
for those
Silvering
land
with-
decks. Replace.
But when you run some stuff that requires you to tap it, when it comes on the field, it helps.
Mm-hmm.
It's especially good against those decks that like to tap your stuff.
I don't mean to interrupt, but Omega says he's enjoying watching his friends play Magic as soon as he wasn't needed. So Omega was originally going to be on stream tonight, and he graciously backed out for Taco Tony to join. He says he got baked, and he doesn't think he can play Magic anyway. So I totally feel that. It's always a good feeling just to chill, hang out with some buddies, tune into the stream. So thanks again for stopping by, Omega. We hope we can make it enjoyable for you.
I'm gonna tap 4 so I could play a 3 Dynamo.
Oh my. You know, that Vandal Blast is sounding really good.
Actually sound good after I do Master Transmuter.
Oh dear.
Because of Path of Ancestry, I get the Scry one. Leave that up top. And then I'll pass.
Sure.
What a turn.
Untap.
Yeah. The artifact deck is doing artifact stuff.
Oh, yeah, weird.
It's not like I made it to do it like that.
Play a good old fashioned Canopy Vista. Comes in untapped since control 2 or more basics.
Yep. Can you remind us, Tribs, how does the hideaway trigger on the white land?
Yes. I can pay a white and tap it, and I may play exiled card without paying its mana cost if you attacked with 3 or more creatures this turn.
Oh wow, that actually seems way more achievable. I see, like I don't even remember the white one because I feel like the green and the red one are the ones that are kind of mostly played in Commander. So yeah, I didn't even honestly didn't even know that that's how the white one triggered.
I don't know if I could
Many of the black and blue ones that no one ever sees.
I straight up I couldn't tell you what either of those how those triggered.
I think the blue one requires either a player or an opponent to have like 10 or 20 so cards or less in the deck.
Jeez. Oh, so it's like a mill one.
And I forget what the black hideaway is.
I'm gonna pay white, green for Queen Elenal of Rudak. She comes in as a 1/1. Her power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures I control. And she says, if one or more creature tokens would be created under control, those tokens plus a 1/1 white soldier creature token are created instead.
Sure.
So the black hideaway land only activates if each player has no cards in their hand.
Oh, jeez.
So everybody has to be hellbent.
That's
Wow.
stuff.
So the blue one's all about mill, the black one's all about discard. Good in a tiny bones deck, probably.
All you guys.
Assuming-
All right.
What's the name of that creature?
Queen Elenal of
Also,
Rudak.
Taco, I also, if you don't have to, but if you want to pull stream up on the side, I do have like a section where I'm displaying all of the cards, so that if you wanted to, that could be like a quick little reference, but you don't have to. I'm going to draw my card, and when I do that, I will put a counter.
Ah, there she is.
We'll use these tonight.
She wasn't white and green.
Right. So Chasm Skulker will get a counter. I'll play another island, and I think... What do I want to do here?
What will you do?
Wish I had some
Oh,
token makers in my hand. I think I'm just gonna... We'll see if this works out. I'll tap 5 and just bring my commander out. Magnus the Red. Kind of want the Chasm Skulker to hang back and block if he needs to die, so I think I'll just pass my turn after that.
Alright, untap, upkeep, and draw. Nice. I'll play myself a Heckin' Island. And, go ahead and tap 3 for half of my command zone. Jamie McCrimmon. A 2/2 with trample, and whenever I cast a historic spell, Jamie gets +X till end turn, with X is that spell's converted mana cost, or mana value, or whatever the heck wizards want to call it these days. Pass turn.
And tap, upkeep, and draw. Oh, didn't know that was up there. Okay. Got this for 3. I'm gonna play a Commander Sphere.
Jeez, more
And then-
ramp.
For 5, I'm gonna play my Commander for turn.
Yeah.
That's Mishra.
Rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Get your scry.
True.
That's fun fact. Your commander does, in fact, share a creature type with your commander.
That is
You wouldn't
true.
think it.
I was shocked myself when I first learned this.
I'm gonna go to combat because I can't skip it. Make a Mishra's Warform. It'll be a copy of Ichor Wellspring, allowing me to draw a card.
Points.
And nobody's being aggressive right now, so I'll just go to the end phase. It'll sacrifice, and I get to draw a card again. That's it. I'll pass.
All right. And tap. Draw. Card. Let's play little planes.
Just a small one.
Yeah. A wee little planes. Yeah, I think we'll just play the old commander.
Sounds good. It's the commander turn. I think all 4 of us
Yeah.
played our commanders this turn. Or one of ours, because Lemony. Lemony's got to have 2.
Excuse me for being the odd one out.
Yeah.
She's a 3/6 with creature tokens to control have haste, and she has parlay. So meaning at the beginning of combat on my turn, each player reveals the top card of the library for each land card revealed this way. I get a 1/1 green and white citizen token, and then creatures I control get +1/+1 until end of turn for each non-land card revealed this way. Then everybody draws. So if that's all right, I would like to go to combat.
So
and
now-
we will parlay.
And so we
Alright.
all reveal this, right?
Yep, everybody reveals, and I get.
I got a blade up selves.
I got a Varen, Voice of Duality.
Got
A
it.
Palantir.
I got Ginny Faye,
Ooh.
your second. So that's 4 non-lands. We all draw those, so my team gets +4/+4 until end of turn.
Wow.
I wanted to land, honestly. The queen is a 6/6. Let's see. Big creatures, big creatures. You know, Taco is so nice as to not swing. I will also keep the favor going and keep the not swinging.
What a good guy.
Pass the turn.
Alright, untap, upkeep, no triggers, draw. Put a counter on my Chasm Skulker. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss a land drop. But I'm gonna hit... I'll tap 1. I will play a Curse of Opulence, and I'm gonna put that on our lovely friend Taco, because he's kind of popping off right now. So now, whenever...
All I have is artifacts.
You also have like a bunch of mana, so we'll see. We'll see if that stays. Or you know what? Actually, you know, it might... Hang on, let me... Before I do anything else, it might... Since Taco makes hasty artifacts, I'm thinking about trying to put... And I know Trib's deck, he wants to swing. So I might think about... I gotta think about this. You know what? I think I'm actually... Bear with me. I'm actually gonna give this to our friend Lemony. So, Curse of Opulence is gonna go on Lemony after I've had a few seconds to think about that. So yeah, golds, obviously, for people who don't know, golds are different than treasures. Treasures need to be tapped and then sacrificed. Gold just needs to be sacrificed, so... After that, so let me... Does that change? If I do this, I'll have 2. I can do that. So yeah, I think I can do this the way I'm wanting to. I will leave 1 blue up. I'll tap 3, and I'm going to play a Gutter Snipe.
Oh, nice.
Everyone's favorite. Classic red card. So whenever I cast an instant or sorcery, Gutter Snipe's going to deal 2 damage to everyone.
Win gone right there.
Yeah. After that, I will go to combat. And sorry, Lemony, but I need the gold. So I'm going to swing my commander, Magnus the Red, at you.
Was inevitable.
4 in the air.
Or
When I do, I'll create a gold token. And Magnus also says, the Blade of Magnus. Whenever Magnus the Red deals combat damage to a player, create a 3/3 red spawn creature token. So I'll find a 3/3 that I can put down. And Here, Coma's Coil's a 3/3. We'll use that.
Uh-oh.
Now, second main phase. We're gonna try this. We're gonna see if I can, You know what? I think second main, I'm just gonna chill for a second. I will pay 1. I will use my gold. And I'm gonna play the OG commander of this deck, and I'll play Balmor, Battle Mage Captain. So whenever I cast an instant or sorcery, my whole team gets +1/+0 and trample. And after
Way
that,
to get targeted.
after that, I will pass the turn.
Alrighty. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Ooh. I'll play another island. What do I want to play? Not casting them big quite yet. Which of you do I want to play? I'll play you. I'll tap 3 and cast myself a Vivian, Champion of the Wilds.
Sure.
He is a 3-mana planeswalker that starts at 4 loyalty with the continuous ability of you may cast creature spells as though they had flash.
Seems good.
Like +1 her to give target creature vigilance and reach until end of turn. And as a -2, I can look at the top 3 cards of my library, exile one of them face down, the rest of all of my library in any order, and for as long as that card is face down in exile, I may cast it if it is a creature card. Also, Jamie gets +3/+3 until end of turn.
Ooh.
I'll proceed to immediately -2 Vivian, just in case someone decides to kill her. 2, 3. That's annoying. No creatures, so I'll just exile this random land face down. No one cares. Next, I'll tap 2 and cast that previously revealed Blade of Selves, giving Jamie another +2/+2, putting them into a 7/7. And all's fair in love and war, since I just got punched by commander damage. Azarain, you also get to get punched by commander damage.
Kinda
7 with
figured.
trample.
Alright, 7 with trample. So it's like I gotta make my decision now. It's like I could block with the Chasm Skulker now, or I could try and block on Tribs' turn if he decides to swing at me, because his things don't have trample, but I'm hoping the gold will kind of save me. So you know what? Let's go ahead. I'm gonna chump with the Chasm Skulker. I'll block 3. Chasm Skulker will obviously die, and your commander is gonna hit me for 4.
Yep.
And
Hey,
then
we took the same amount of commander damage.
yeah, that's right. I'm then going to make only 2 squid. They're 1/1 squid tokens. So
With Island Walk,
with
which
Island Walk.
affects all of us except for Triz, although it doesn't really affect Taco right now.
Not yet.
So really it just affects me, goddamn. After that, I will end my turn.
And Magic has some cool art.
Tap upkeep,
Sure.
draw. I'm gonna play a mountain for a turn,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will use Path of Ancestry. Actually, before I do that, I'll tap Soul Ring right quick. Give me 2 colorless mana. Then I'll tap Path of Ancestry using Master Transmuter to put Soul Ring back in my hand.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what this Dark Steel Forge coming down.
Oh, Sculpting Steel.
Sculpting Steel.
It's another
Gonna be a
Grand
copy
Dynamo.
of. Yep.
Fun fact, one of the games that I played with this, 2 different players had 2 copies of the Grand Dynamo on the field. And
That was me.
And this was early, early game faction revoke. It's like, oh, I think I'll name the one non-lane card that there was 4 of at the table.
Hmm.
Then I'll use this and these. Five mana, I'm gonna play Mishra, Tamer of Mach.
Ooh.
The permanent you control have Lord sacrifice a permanent. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then artifacts have Unearth 1 and Rakdos.
Three for this, and then I'll use 3 for Scrap Trawler.
So that's the Planeteer and a Scrap Trawler.
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell that? The Planeteer?
P-A-L-A-N-T-I-R.
Got it. So that's... and Scrap Trawler. A lot of artifact stuff going on.
Yeah.
Alright.
Very interesting.
I'm gonna go to combat. Pick a Mishra's War Form, that'll be an Ichor Wellspring.
Have mercy.
And then I'm gonna attempt to swing at Tribs for 4.
Okay.
Hmm.
Only because you have the
Fine.
most life.
I mean, his
Yeah.
commander's a 3/6, so...
True.
True. I'll block with my commander. It's alright.
Doesn't die, but
Little bounce
I'll
bounce.
go to.
Little bounce off each other.
Yep. At the beginning of the next turn, this gets sacrificed, allowing me to draw a card. And then I also get to put a counter.
Crap,
There's nothing engraved that I want. No artifacts.
Mhm.
Only land. I'm gonna scry 2.
So much.
And start with Cribs. Do you want me to draw or mill?
So what does the card do? Can you read it to me? My first time
At
seeing
the
it.
beginning of the end step, I can put an influence counter on the Palantir, and then scry 2. Then target opponent may have me draw a card. If that player doesn't, I have to mill X cards, where X is the number of influence counters on the Palantir, and then that player loses life equal to the total mana value of the cards.
Hmm.
Like a combustible gear Hulk on crack.
Yep.
We'll mill one.
Take 4.
See?
The Machine God's Effigy. I like that card.
Any other
After that, I
shenanigans
pass.
in end step? Gotcha. Untap.
I cannot wait to parlay.
True. I love parlay. Okay. Some interesting options. I think we will start with good old Ginny Faye. I can cast her like that. Weird cast. So she is a 3/3 elf druid. If I would create one or more tokens, I may instead create that many 2/2 green cat creature tokens with haste, or that many 3/1 dog creature tokens with vigilance. Pretty cool. This will go to 3 because creatures, and that's what the card says. Then I will pay another 3 for the Stalwart Pathlighter. This is a 3/1 human soldier with vigilance, and they have Coven. So at the beginning of combat on my turn, if I control 3 or more creatures with different powers, creatures you control with gain indestructible until end of turn.
Nice.
Will cause her to go to 4 for now. Alrighty. All according to plan. And if that all is good to go, I'd like to move to combat and parlay.
I would like to draw a card. So,
Hmm.
all
At the
right,
top.
I didn't say land.
land from me.
3 land. And a non-land.
That's a Phabine.
I got a Phabine.
Nice. Alright. So I will get a +1/+1 buff, and we all draw those. And since we drew 3 lands, I get 3 1/1 citizens, but I will instead choose to make them.
The dogs or the
Dog.
cats? Dogs?
I will make 3 dogs, and then Queen
How about-
Elena will trigger. Since I made a token, I get another 1/1 white soldier token. I will have that soldier token instead be a cat.
Can you remind me what is the difference between the cats and the dogs? I know it's like vigilance and
Yeah.
The cats are 2/2s with haste. The dogs are 3/1s with vigilance.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing this just so they can have different base powers for Coven.
Ah,
This-
yes. What a smart choice, Mr. Tribs.
Not necessarily different base powers, but different powers in general. So we're at 4, goes 7, 8. Technically a 9/9 for this turn. Okay. What's your blocker situation, Azorian?
2/2, 1/1, 1/1, 3/3, and then Balmor is a 1/3. You know, I gave Lemony the Curse of Opulence, thinking that y'all would want to attack and get a gold for yourself.
I
But
do. You want gold.
That's the thing. He only needs to swing me with like 1 creature to get the gold.
Because
That's
when I'm
true.
getting gold, really I'm gonna get a dog.
Mm.
Okay. We'll go to combat. Well, we're already in combat, but I would have definitely liked to stack the stalwart trigger second, so I have more than 3 with different powers, so I have 3, 2, 8. So the creatures I control gain indestructible until end of turn.
sure.
I am going to send. Let's see. We will do the 8/8 at you, Azo.
Oof.
Or sorry, 9/9 with Phabine's buff. Actually, scratch that. We're doing the 9/9 at Tony. I think that makes a lot more sense. We will do 2 4/4s at you, Lemoy, and then
So
Or
the
sorry,
dogs don't have
four-
haste.
4 2s. They do have haste from Phabine. Creature
Oh
tokens.
right, tokens you control have haste. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
And then a cat and a dog are coming to you as Orion. So a 4/2 and a 3/3.
And they have indestructible.
Yep, everything's indestructible.
A 4/2.
How much am I taking
and
total?
3/3.
You have 2 4/2s coming at you, Lemony, is that correct?
Lemony.
Lemony, got it. Thank you.
I'm gonna take the chance and take 7. No blocks.
Gotcha.
And then I made my gold, Tribs. Did you make yours?
I will replace the gold with a dog,
Gotcha.
and then Queen will also trigger, making me a 1/1 off making a token, and I'll make 2 dog. Go up to 5.
You know, could y'all just not be so dang scary?
And then 9/9 coming at you, Tony.
I know.
You know, I'm scared.
I took the damage.
Oh, gotcha. I was looking at Azorian's stream. The health is delayed. Okay. I have caused enough trouble. Actually, I have not. Paramorphic Expanse.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm. And I'll pass.
All right. I'll untap. I will upkeep. And I'll draw. Okay. Let's play that mountain that y'all saw from Tribs' parlay. And let me see here. Okay, I think I want to start this off. Huh. Is it? Am I right? Let me count for a second. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. So I will start us off. Need those. I'm going to tap 3, and I will play Veyran, Voice of Duality.
Okay.
So now, if casting or copying an instant or sorcery causes a permanent of mine to trigger, it triggers an additional time. And then whenever I cast or copy an instant or sorcery, Veyran gets +1/+1. And then, but she also doubles herself because or does it say another?
I don't think it says another.
It says a permanent. Yeah, she doubles herself. Then after that, so this is before I go to combat. I want to do this. Tap my blue, sacrifice my gold. Yeah, that's my gold. So 1, 2. Unfortunately, I will have to pay 1, but it should work out. I'm going to play Saheeli's Artistry. When I cast this, I'm just going to do this, so I've got kind of a few triggers happening here. Balmor is going to give my whole team +2/+0. Veyran will get a +2/+2. So Balmor is giving +1/+0, but it doubles because Balmor is a wizard. Then Gutter Snipe will trigger twice because that's a permanent triggering, so you will each take 4 damage.
Ow.
Got it.
And Saheeli's Artistry, I just don't want to type this in right now. Okay, so it says choose one or both. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact. Thank you, Taco. And then create a token that's a copy of target creature, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. So that's 2 tokens. I am going to make a token copy of Phabine. I will get my own. And then I will make a token copy of... What do I want? Probably that Thran Dynamo, to be honest.
Pretty valid.
So... Oh, I left my dry erase marker. I have my dry erase tokens, but I don't have the dry erase marker. So this is
about
gonna
a token copy of the thing that comes in and copied, thrown down. I forget what it's called. Sculpting.
Yeah, make a token copy of Sculpting Steel to then just make a copy of Thran Dynamo anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so I will mark. Oh, I have treasures right here. I got to think about how. Oh man, this is gonna get a little complicated.
Phabine too.
Yes, double Phabine. So I'm gonna have a copy token become Phabine, and then I will just make. Let's see, what do I have here to note being an artifact? Got a bunch of treasures.
I'm gonna respond and track my Terramorphic for a forest.
Here, we'll just know that this is my Thran Dynamo. You said you're cracking Terramorphic?
Yeah.
Okay. So then after that, I need to quickly read Phabine just really quick, just to make sure I know what. All right. So creature tokens I control have haste. At the beginning of combat, we're each going to reveal and draw for each land. I make a 1/1. Wow, this is probably like the best commander to make a copy of for this deck. All right, so I'm just going to move right to combat. So let's parlay. Let's all reveal. Reveal an
Unexpected results.
Non-land.
unexpected windfall.
Loyal Unicorn.
So all 4 non-land cards.
Yeah, so get +4/+4 until end of turn to your team.
All right, so I'm going to also mark that on Phabine to get +4/+4. So I have a question that some of you, or you guys, hopefully will be able to answer. Balmor says, creatures you control get +1/+0. Does that count Phabine? But she wasn't out to see that initially?
Let's see.
What's the name of the card again?
Balmor, Battle Mage Captain.
My gut
No.
says no.
It only affects the cards that
No.
are currently on the field while the effect, when the effect triggers.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so Phabine won't get that, but now interestingly enough, Phabine says creature tokens I control have haste, and my copy of
does affect
Phabine is a token.
That does affect the copy of it, Phabine, yes.
So then I'm gonna go to combat.
Have mercy.
So let me do math, because I got some damage triggers, or I got some things buffing up my damage. So let's see. Balmor is giving +2/+0. Varen can't attack. So currently damage I have right now is 3, 6. Phabine is giving. Oh shoot! Hold up. Phabine is giving my whole team +4. So right now I'm getting a +6 bonus to everyone but Phabine. Phabine is only getting +4. So Balmor is 7. Magnus is a 10. Coma's Coil is a 9, or the 3/3 from Magnus is 9. These 2 1/1s are 7s, and then Gutter Snipe is currently a 9. So I have 49 damage right now.
Uh-oh. Not it.
All my creatures have trample. Balmor gives them all trample. So everything but Phabine. Oh, I didn't even count Phabine. So Phabine is giving the +4 to herself. So Phabine is currently also a 7.
7/10.
So I have 56 damage right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's a large number. Phabine moment.
So here's the question: is I invited you guys on stream, but I could just kill Lemony right now. But
No.
I don't know if I want to, but at the same time, it's like, it's like, do you just let someone live just because you feel bad for, like, or do you try and close the game? I think I want to just try and spread out some of this damage, because I feel like I'm going to get hit on the crackback here pretty hard. So I am going to attack Lemony just because I need to. I'm going to send Magnus at Lemony for 10. I'm going to send...
I got 15 worth of toughness.
Yeah. You two are both problems. So I think I'm going to send... Balmor is going to go at Tribs. And... So Tribs, I'm gonna attack you with Balmor
I'm
and
also currently in the middle of something.
7/7, and then the other 3 are gonna go. So here's the thing: is like, do I just full swing and then Tribs hits me on the crackback and just murders me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I think we'll send. I'm gonna keep my.
For 47.
I'm just gonna send Balmor your way, Tribs, because I do want some blockers, and then I will send my 3/3 guy, who is actually he'd be a 9/9. He's getting 6. I'm gonna send my 9/9 over at Taco. Tribs, you are getting attacked by Balmor, who is currently getting He's a 7/3 with trample.
Okay.
And so that's going to be confirmed. 10 at Lemony, 7 at Tribs in the air, and then 9 at Taco. That when Lemony's attacked, I will make a gold.
Take the 7.
Block with my commander, take 5.
Block up my face and take 10.
So Mishra's got 5 toughness, so that kills my token because
4.
or no, it's getting +4. That's right. Balmor only does power. Phabine does both. So okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Now, all right, I will go to my second main phase. So I've got a gold, I've got a Thran Dynamo. So I'm gonna do this. I think. Tap 1. Can I get?
You make another 3/3 because Magnus hit me.
That is true. Can I get cards in hand from everybody?
7.
8.
Taco?
8.
You both have 8? Well, I'll tap my 1 red. I'll play a Jeska's Will.
Yeah.
So obviously I get both, so I get 8 red mana because both of you have 8. So I'll just mark that here. And then I will exile the top. Then you'll each take 4 damage. Balmor and Varen will trigger, but that's going to go away. Then I will exile the top 3 cards in my library, and I may play them this turn. So I'll exile... Oh my god. Are you serious?
Wow, that's insane.
Oh.
Wow. That's just some bad luck. We'll try and
Crazy.
get around that by doing this.
It's like, here's a good play, no more.
Yeah, well, we'll see what we can do. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do this. 2 red, so that's 6, that's 10. I'll keep my gold around, no reason to use it. So for X is 10, I'm gonna cast a Commune with Lava. So you each take an additional 4. And I'm going to exile the top X cards in my library until the end of my next turn I may play them, so I'll exile the top 10.
Sweet.
That is going to do it for my turn. All the damage goes back to normal. So I'm going to exile 3 mountains, an island,
Wow.
reality shift, expressive iteration, land, pink horror, Gandalf the Grey, and Wayfarer's Bauble.
Untap, upkeep, draw. A Revelatory Tower. +1 Vivian, giving Jamie Vigilance and Reach until the end of this turn. I'm just gonna pass.
Oh, you know what?
Upkeep
I
and
totally
draw.
misplay on my part, but Magnus the Red discounts X spells, so technically that spell cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 less mana, so I could have done 15,
5
but
more.
that's me, I forgot.
Flip 5 more over, it doesn't change.
I mean, is that okay with others if I flip 5 more? Like, I can't cast anything.
Go ahead.
The big play bigger and cooler.
So additionally, Sleep, Mountain, Swiftfoot Boots, Mystical Tutor, that's relevant, and another mountain.
That's play again. Is my Path of Ancestry in this. Put this in hand. Throw down a Mystic Forge.
What's under here?
Buried Ruins to play the Soul Ring again. Use the Soul Ring so I could play a Mind Stone.
All of the mana rocks.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3 Dynamos plus this. I could play a Mirror Works.
Yeah, just keep going.
It's an artifact deck. I'm gonna play artifact.
That's right. Artifact barf.
Artifact decks do tend to artifact.
After that, go to my instep, pop this up by 1. Look at the top 2. Zorian,
Yes.
draw or mill?
Oh, so what happens to me when I choose? If you mill, I take damage. If
You
you
lose
draw,
life.
Okay, and then if you draw, you
Just
just
like go to the
draw a
full
card.
CMC.
Yeah, just draw a card.
Yeah, you can just draw a card, I guess.
Okay. After that, I'll pass.
Alright. Here we go. Untap. Keep wrong. Don't change anything. Go for it.
Go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Guess we will have like this instead. A little bit of a overrun.
Ooh.
All creatures I control get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn.
That's good.
This could be the death of me. Let's see.
I'll mark
Good
that.
old overrun.
A classic. Then I'd like to go to combat and parlay.
Yeah, let's.
Alright.
Hopefully, we all get lands.
Land.
Soul Ring.
You know, so 2 and
Cancel.
2.
So you make
So-
2 things, and then your whole team gets 2/2.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm just gonna put the 2/2 on the overrun.
Sure.
5. We'll make 3 more dogs, 2 from the bean, and then 1 from whenever I make another token. So I'm up to 7 dogs. The math time.
Oh, sweet.
What do you guys each have for toughness? I'm gonna add up my board.
I currently just have a 2/2.
7.
However, keep in mind I can flash out creatures.
Gotcha.
I'm also not a threat to you right now.
I currently have
true.
15 toughness in total.
Okay, so we have 17. Mm. I got 104 damage if my math is correct.
Oof.
Jeebus.
So the 7 dogs are all 8/8, so that's 56. And then
So let's just pump the brakes and remember that when I had a 56 damage, I just sent like 1 creature at everyone. We'll see if that's
True.
enough to save me. I doubt it.
True.
I would just like to remind everyone that I've so far done nothing this game.
I'm so sorry. What if I
I
just
am an
send it
innocent
all to
bystander.
Steamboat?
I'm a bystander to this violence.
Okay. So total toughness as a 15?
15, yeah.
Okay. Everything's trample, everything's indestructible.
And that really must suck to be you.
Yeah. It's awful. Doing math. What do you got over there, Taco? Just the Mishra?
Mishra and Scrap Trawler, that's it.
Gotcha.
Mostly I have just artifacts on field.
Alright, so 1 dog is gonna go at you, Lemonway. It's a 8/8.
One dog's at me. Okay.
Azo, you are going to get
Everything else?
a lot. I want to put you all at 1 HP. That'd be my dream.
Putting me at 1.
That'd be my dream. Figure out the math. So, 15. Alright, it's too much. Taco Tony, you're gonna get the Queen and Phabine. Lemon, you're gonna get the dog and the cat. I'm gonna add the cat. And then Azorian, you're gonna get the rest.
I'll make
What's Phabine at?
their treasure.
Phabine is a 8, 11.
So yeah,
Indestructible.
we'll do damage and
I'm
stuff
going
for
to-
Taco and Lemony, and then we'll do mine, because I got a bunch of stuff.
And at 6. Flashing the 6th Doctor, giving Jamie a +6/+6. Use that to block the dog. The cat is a 6/6, I presume.
The cat is a 7/7.
And I have to block that too. Correct.
So you had a total of
Blocking
15.
8,
coming.
9, 10, 11 of the damage in total.
Gotcha. So you'll take 4.
I'm going to Chaos Warp the Queen.
Gotcha. Okay. Word. She goes into the library. Stick her in the middle. Pull up. And then tell me when.
Right there.
There. Boom. Look top. It is a Entis Restoration, which is an instant, so it stays on. I do believe.
Okay. So the Jenny, or not Jenny Faye, the
So it's
Queen.
just Phabine coming at you now, which is a, 8/11 indestructible.
Just Phabine is at me.
No, that's just at Tony now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, dang, I got offline.
Yeah. Coming at you, Azo, you got
Everything else.
it's 8/8 damage creatures.
8 8/8s.
Not 8/8s, but 8/8 damage. They're mostly 8/6s. So 7 8/6s.
So in total I have 64 damage coming at me.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start while Tony's making his decision. I'm gonna start planning out what I need to do.
Already done.
Okay. So the only thing coming at me, Tribs, are tokens.
Incorrect.
All right. So
Stalwart Pathfinder is currently a 8/6 coming at you, and then Ginny Faye is a 8/8 coming at you.
okay. And then the rest are tokens. After those two, okay.
And 6 dogs. Yeah.
So I'll respond before damage. I will sacrifice one of my gold. I can play these spells that were exiled until the end of my next turn. So I will play Reality Shift because it's discounted by Magnus. When I cast Reality Shift, Gutter Snipe is going to deal 4 damage to everyone. I'm sorry, Lemony.
Oh,
Yep.
I will exile Ginny Faye.
makes sense.
And then you will manifest the top card of your library. So that's
Yep.
56 in total coming at me. Varen will also get a +2/+2, and then Balmor will actually trigger as well. And Balmor will give my team a +2/+0 in trample. Then I will also sacrifice my last gold, and I will play Mystical Tutor. Varen will get +2/+2 again, and Balmor will give +4/+0 again. My curse goes to the graveyard because Lemony died, and then I will Mystical Tutor, and then you each take 4 more for the Mystical Tutor from Gutter Snipe.
Got it.
And am I good to search? Well, I'll search afterwards. I can't do anything else. So let's see. All your stuff has trample, correct?
Yeah, trample indestructible.
So that's 56. I can currently block. Excuse me. So Varen is 6. Phabine is also 6. 1, 2, 2, and 3. So I can block 19. That's 37. So I'm dead. Let me see if I have... I mean, well, it goes to the top of my library, so I'm dead. Those were the only 2 instants and sorceries that I exiled. Everything else was either a sorcery or a creature. So
Or land.
even if
Lots of land.
even if I all block, yeah, lots of lands. I got through. This is how many lands I had. And the 3 lands that I hit off Jessica's will. So unfortunately, my niceness of not killing Tribs comes back to bite me. All his creatures are indestructible, so it doesn't even matter if I block. I did try and get rid of that Ginny Faye, so...
It's
what was-
gone.
I mean, well, I missed it. I was going to say, what was the next card in my library? But I just Mystical Tutored, so I...
Anything.
All right, yeah, Lemony, I took you out. Apologies, but I am also knocked out as well.
That happens. Yeah, that's my hand.
Ugh.
I was hoping hopefully gonna be able to do some shenanigans soon,
Yeah.
since if I wasn't
Are
having
you
death
casting Tribs?
attacking at me, that would have been Sixth Doctor out.
Mm.
Not quite.
So I was
I
going
will-
to cast Sea of Death, and then on someone else, Sun Flash and Adrix and Nev.
Gotcha.
Since I attacked with 3 more creatures this turn, I'll pay 1 white into my Windbreast Kites to play this card free. It's a Ryu Storm's Edge. He is a 3/3 human samurai with first strike. When a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, untap it. If it's the first combat phase of the turn, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. And I will play, let's see, a land.
So Lemony, you and I can start thinking about the 3 cards that we like to play this
A
game.
land, and I got 7 in hand. So all you.
It's easy for me. Actually, no, I'll stick with the non-land that did anything.
Tap, upkeep, and draw. Play a swamp for turn. Got this, so I could play a Baleful Strix. Scrying 1.
So Taco does have that Mishra trigger. Do you have any way to deal an additional damage? I'm trying to think. So Tribs obviously is just going to let you draw cards off the Planeteer.
In
Down
lands.
here. What?
Do I risk it for the biscuit?
No, because I think he can make a copy. Well, oh no, it's a Mishra's Wharf. Or no, it's non-creature. I was going to say he can make a copy of the Baleful Strix and hit you in the air, but no, it needs to be a non-creature. So, we'll see.
Could sack the Commander Sphere. Really digging.
Don't need to sack the Commander Sphere. I got Ichor Wellspring.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, if you can't kill Tribs right here, I think it's game.
And let me see what I can do. I'm gonna make a Mishra's War Form. Tribs? For
Sending
4?
it my way. 4/4.
Mm-hmm.
I will block with my manifested 2/2.
Okay.
I believe this goes to the yard.
And mm-hmm. That's gonna go away at the end of the turn anyways, so for the second main, Arcane Signet on the field. Then go to my end step. At the beginning, I sacrifice this to draw a card. And then scry 2. Alright, mill or draw?
You can draw a card, I believe. I'm group hugged, like I said.
Yeah.
And I was hoping to get something good off the top, but I can't do anything. You got it.
Ooh.
All right.
Let's see who Tribs put this together.
You want me to finish it off?
It's up to you. If you'd like to, I think Taco's saying you got the game, but if you'd like to finish it, then that is totally up to you. You sure?
It's respect. It's respect.
All right, good game, everyone. It kind of was a, I wouldn't say anticlimactic ending. I think it was just that Tribs had such a powerful board state.
It was a
like,
fast one.
yeah, with
For
Phabine
sure.
out, it always goes that way. So, I think we will pay respects and we will allow Lemony to talk about his 3 cards while Taco and Tribs find theirs. So, Lemony, why don't you start us off?
I mean, what's much to say? My Commandos and Vivian, other than the Blight of Selves, those are the only 3 spells that I played that game. Jamie was just big. Vivian let me flash out the 6th Doctor, and the 6th, thanks to that, I technically would have survived Tribs' turn if it wasn't for Azor casting a spell.
Right.
But even then, I just would have died to Azor casting a spell anyways.
Yeah. I was going to play Mystical Tutor regardless, so.
So yeah, it was just a matter of I just wasn't fast enough to keep up with everyone else. I didn't draw any ramp, and yeah, it happens. Oh, technically, I drew 1 bit of ramp, just a bit of a late game ramp. I had great henge in my hand, is what I'm saying.
Nice. Well, like it goes that way sometimes. So hopefully the next game that you get in with this deck will be better for you. So sorry that it didn't go your way this time, but hopefully next time you can make sure to.
It happens.
Well, thank you for joining tonight.
Quite big and scary, to be honest.
Right, yeah, I mean the first
Oh,
turn
man.
when Jamie came down and swung, I really thought we were in for some trouble, and it just the turn around the table just was very unkind to Lemony.
Yeah.
But I think since I was the second knocked out, I will just go ahead and make mine quick. I'm going to talk about Saheeli's Artistry. I think this is, it's a 6-mana spell I casted for 3 mana. It made me my copy of Phabine and also gave me a mana rock, but it counted towards my huge giant turn, and it also reduced some cost with Magnus. It's a pretty cool spell. And the next would be that huge Commune with Lava that I hit for X is 15, so I pumped 17 mana into this Commune with Lava, which was going to set me up for my next turn to have a pretty powerful turn had I lived through Tribs' turn. And the last card is going to be the Gutter Snipe. I think Gutter Snipe was able to deal at least over 10 damage to each of my opponents. So in total, it was, I was able to deal upwards of 36 damage with just the Gutter Snipe comboed with the Varen. So those are my 3. And I think, Tribs, we'll have you go last. Taco, if you'd like to talk about your 3.
Just Master Transmuters, Sculpting Steel, and Thrain Dynamo.
You
Master
definitely
Transmuters
had-
for getting me
Mm,
artifacts for cheap. Sculpting Steel for copping Thrain Dynamo.
you definitely had a very terrifying start, and it was that classic, just artifact, 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 and then just unfortunately Tribs in my board state just
There's,
seemed to threaten a lot.
there's all my token generators
Mm.
halfway through my deck.
Well, Tribs, we are at that time. The winner takes all. You can tell us about your 3 cards.
All right, I had fun playing. I do apologize about Phabine.
Oh,
Can't be
Don't
you know-
apologize for your deck working.
Yeah, sometimes it's just kind of fun to kind of get the, not every game of Commander needs to be a 3-hour slugfest. I kind of like when games move a little bit quicker, and I feel like everyone was able to do at least something. So, it's kind of nice when everyone's playing and then the game just kind of cleanly wraps up. Sometimes it is annoying to have those games where it's 3 hours of people just slinging spells and everyone's tired and confused and no one's paying attention anymore. I kind of like when the games are a little bit more fast paced, I would say.
Mhm. I also do love Phabine because for every game I go all out and cast the big spell, Overrun or whatever, and looking to win, and I do pull it off, and we get the +2 or whatever. There's a game that I get 4 lands off the top, and I just have a bunch of 1/1s, and I'm
Yeah.
doing nothing. So it
Right.
adds some fun RNG and some fun randomness to my gameplay, which I really enjoy in my decks. But my first card is going to be Ginny Fey, Jetmir second. Just taking any token you make and turning it into a better token is pretty insane.
Right.
She's a great card. Turning 1/1s into 3/3s with vigilance and turning gold tokens into 3/1s with vigilance is disgusting, especially when you're pumping them up. She's just a very strong card, especially when paired with, this is a newer card and I really, really like it. It becomes a powerhouse really quickly, and making extra tokens on top of the tokens you're making feels really great. I like things that kind of get out there and substantially, over time, create more and more snowball effect for you, and that's really comboed very well with Ginny Fey for me.
Mhm.
Because turning, once again, 1/1s into 3/1s is very strong. And last, I gotta give it to Overrun.
Oh yeah.
It's the win con. It's what made it all possible. And
The classic for a reason.
yeah,
Right.
and trample is very important to finish
Right.
games.
Right.
It just had to be done. I didn't really see another way around it. I had some weird options, but none of them would have worked without trample.
Board wide
it's important.
trample is, especially for token decks, is key. So good win on your part.
Thank you. Good cheap option, Overrun.
Classic Overrun.
So cheap deck. I think it's
You know what I
coming in
noticed
like
about this game?
$70.
What is that,
nowadays.
Taco?
There was no board wipe.
That is true. Sometimes,
Yeah.
it's kind of fun
They
when
last
everyone
long
just right when that's where like an overrun effect definitely is needed. So, but I think it's kind of ending a little earlier than usual, but it's past midnight here, so I'm gonna let my guests go ahead and you guys can say where people can find you or any last words you want to say, and then we will go ahead and head out. So thank you for joining me tonight, and we'll kick things off with, again, we'll just go Lemony and we'll go around. So.
Once again, I am Lemony. I occasionally stalk around on Twitter or on random people's Discords. Don't really start many conversations, but I will finish them. Other than that, I'm just some random piece of citric acid who occasionally stomps and occasionally gets stomped.
Aren't we all? Well, thank you for joining tonight, Lemony. Taco, do you have
Always
anything to
fun.
say?
Not really. I just had some fun.
Definitely. Well,
Got to
thank
put
you
a
for
bunch
joining.
of artifacts on field.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you for
I'll
joining
leave it.
tonight, Taco. Tribs, anything?
No problem.
I just want to say thanks for having me. I had a fun time. Happy to get the win. I think everybody. I know, Lemony, you didn't quite get to do exactly what you wanted, but I think it was a fun game. And thanks for having me, Azori. And you can find me hanging around in Discords playing Magic in Azori's Discord. Go join that.
Definitely. So I will end us, and then we will end stream, head off to bed. Some of us head off to other things. So I'm your friendly blue mage. I'm your host, Azarain. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, my guests, for joining me. And if you, the people watching, would like to join, you can go ahead and join my Discord. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if you want to come, you can talk to us about your deck, talk about magic, about spoilers, anything really. And you can even request to be on stream on YouTube here. So go ahead and join my Discord. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button as we're so close to our goal of 1,000. And I think that's going to do it. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Peace.